All right, let's talk about the hot new ARPG, No Rest for the Wicked. Is it really an ARPG, though? Or what even is this game? Come on, you piece of junk. It's Hawg, baby. How about it, y'all? You got Hawg. Thanks for stopping by. So, I played about 10 hours of this game. Doesn't feel like that. I feel like I barely scratched the surface because it's so damn hard. And the number one thing that I can tell y'all, a lot of folks been coming by the stream over on Twitch asking me if it's fun and all that. Only thing I can tell you is, y'all, it's hard. It's probably the hardest damn game I've ever played in my life. Like, holy shit. It's harder than Shadows of Mordor, and that game whooped my ass. Yeah, and I understand it's probably like a get good situation and all that, but like, holy shit. I've never played a Souls game before. I've never played Elden Ring or any of those kind of games. And this game right here is just, wow. Every single, I say boss, every single monster that I fought or enemy, monster. Are there monsters in the game? Every single enemy that I fought felt like a boss. It's fucking insane. I played mouse and keyboard, so I knew immediately I was screwed when the game popped up and said the developers recommend you play this with a controller. I ain't got a damn controller. So, whatever. We played with mouse and keyboard. It was hard as hell. I finally started getting the feel for it about an hour in. Understood the type of deal. Huge negative was immediately couldn't change the keybinds. We're talking about a modern game. $35 game, you can't change the keybinds. Okay, that's a problem. So, I was trying to, like, there's two different keybind styles for mouse and keyboard, and I was trying to find my way without, my hand being all claw, trying to play the game. It's tough. So, we got through the first boss, and that's probably took me 15 times at least to get through that. And once you learn the mechanics a little bit, went through it. One thing I noticed, there's like no loot that drops at all. It's very strange. They said it's an ARPG. Now, to be fair, they are actively patching the game like as we speak. So the last patch they did put some loot in there. But, just first initial stuff, there wasn't much loot. I did think it was cool that you can enchant stuff, and, you can take a real shitty gear and put rare, it's different rarities and different tiers of stuff. That was really cool. That was like a Diablo style. You can level your character up Diablo style. The experience is real slow. And what else is really weird to me is there's no way to like farm. So, well, I take that back. There is a way to farm, but you have to like make a new realm and start over. So you can take your character as it stands. This gal right here, level 5. I can take her and then just put her in a new realm. But it's the same world. It's just refreshed. So you start back on the beach and you do all that all over again, but you've still got the same character with all the inventory. It's just weird. So you can basically replay the game as many times as you want to with the same character to level her up. So there was no like repeatable, let me go do this instance and because the monsters will reform, like nothing respawns. It's odd. So you get all done past that, and the storyline's pretty cool. Graphics are cool, which they better be. I always think it's silly we got to talk about graphics in 2024. Like, everything should have a certain level that it's at, but here we are talking about graphics. So graphics and art are cool. Fishing's in the game, that was cool. But it's just real Mickey Mouse. It's press E to fish. You cast a line out there, you press E when the rod twitches. Like, there's nothing special about it. There's no difficulty to it, and the fish that you catch is RNG. Combat felt good. As good as it could feel on mouse and keyboard. Then when I finally went to town, I lived 20 miles from town, so we had to like plan when we wanted to go to town, me and my old lady, and then we went and got a controller. And then I got to really experience the combat, and it felt a lot better. Still really hard, but it eased that up a little bit. But the combat feels good. You can block, you can parry. Now I've maybe parried like twice. I don't know if that's a skill issue probably, or if that's a game issue with the parry. I don't know, but you can parry. You can actually manually block with a shield. That was cool. Yeah, it's just really hard. I keep coming back to that over and over and over again. I'm still stuck on the second boss, big red-headed guy. He's whooping my ass into the ground nonstop, and I don't do much damage. And I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to replay the game again. Like that's where I'm kind of at. I don't understand how I'm supposed to level up anymore. If I'm under leveled, or do I just play that same boss over and 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 over again? I don't know. And that's where the fun starts diminishing. Like the fun's got like diminishing returns on it. The more you play the boss, the less fun the game gets. So that's where I'm at right now. Is like like okay, I've reached a certain point in the game where I can't go any farther because I got to beat the boss, but I can't beat the boss right now, and there's no way to farm to get more levels unless I start over again, and that means having to kill that first boss again, which was a bitch, and I don't want to do that. So do I go play Path of Exile? Like that's where I'm at now. Like I'm not trying to hate on the game. I think it's it has potential to be a really fun game, but it's got a lot of because it's kind of experimental. It's got some things I need to work out. Like you need to let us reset and farm. So if we're too squishy or whatever to do anything, or if our stamina doesn't regen enough because we don't have enough levels, like whatever the deal is, you need to let us fix that problem. Right now, there's not a way to fix that, at least for me. The other guys, I understand, have gotten past that, whatever, they got good, whatever. So we're fixing to get on stream here in a little bit and try it again and again and again and again, but that's not fun. Doing a boss 600 times just ain't fun. If you're going to have that in the game, you might as well give us a press X to skip the boss function. But y'all, the game's hard. I'm going to say it again. Game is hard. It's like Shadows of Mordor hard. That was the hardest game I've ever played. Like, I rage quit on that game because it was just too hard for me. And this is right up there with, like, this game's hard. I like the concept of the game. Some other gripes that I have, the waypoint of the fast travel system is garbage. You can't go, so if you've hit 3 or 4 areas that have that wisp or whatever, you can only go to the last one you went to. So again, that comes back to you're not able to kind of farm to get XP that you need to get past certain areas. It's just a mess. It's a mess. Potential to be a good game, but as of right now, it's a mess. I'd seen some other people talking about time gating and all that. I hadn't got to that yet. I'm still on the second boss. I hadn't got to anything that's time gated, so I can't speak to that. But I'm 10 hours in, and I've only gotten to the second boss. That should tell you I'm, super scrub casual. So that should tell you how hard it is. But, I'm not going to say don't play it because you might be a lot better than I am and enjoy playing it. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it does have a lot of work that needs to be done. And work, I mean, tuning. I don't mean like I didn't encounter any glitches in the game. I really didn't encounter anything negative that was like, I got mad about the game besides the difficulty. I think that could be changed with some difficulty sliders. So majority of things need to be changed. Like give me a difficulty slider. Give me some loot that drops. Now they are actively patching that as we speak. They're fixing that now, so that's fine. They've already fixed the fall damage. That was insane. Like if you jumped in an action game, you jumped off of like a 4-foot stair ledge, you would take 20 damage, and that's a lot in the game. Like holy shit. The food recovery is a little low. Like they're like it just needs tuning things. But the main thing is please give me a difficulty slider because I don't want to play on super nuclear difficulty all the damn time because I suck. Let me change the keybinds to whatever I want to, and give me more loot and stuff like that. But the overall foundation, the idea behind the game is pretty cool. Let me repeat areas. Go play Path Exile, go play some of these other games for a little bit and see what makes those really fun. Fun is letting you overcome a challenge. So if you give me a real challenging boss, that's fine. Hell yeah, bring it on. But give me a way to overcome that challenge, not just repetition, repetition, repetition until I learn exactly when to time that. And if that's how the game is, that's totally fine. It just might not be the game for me because, I'm not good at reaction time. Too much Mary Jane. That devil's lettuce. That boy's on dope. So, anyway, check it out if you want to. It's a pretty cool game. I'm sure it'll be in early access for about 3 years. Like whatever they do now with early access, it'll stay in early access. They do have a plan for multiplayer to come out and stuff like that, but they're wanting to see how the overall general feel of the game is, I guess, before they release all that. But as of right now, it's really hard. If you want a challenge, that's fine. Just be prepared to I give it old dick in drawer certification, the DOD certification. Open the drawer, plop your dick in there, and bo 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 bo, just slam that sumbitch in there over and over and over again. That's the difficulty. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Hit like and subscribe for more Hawg content. Come join me on Twitch. See y'all later.